Evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Motive Racing. We are live here at the GT4 Championship, and we are live here at Kyalami, South Africa. I'm going to be your host tonight, Dan Davis, and in the commentary box with me once again for the GT4s is Dr. Benjy. Benjy, welcome, mate. Should be an interesting night's racing here in Kyalami, and we should see some more great action for the GT4s.
Yeah, Kyalami is a great track for overtake. It's nice and wide, and some decent braking opportunities in in some slow corners and stuff. So I think we should be able to see some decent amount of overtaking. And looking at the chat, it looks as though J Palm has been putting in a chance of rain for this race, so we might be in for some spinning and sliding and drifting around corners, maybe.
Yeah, these guys will be pushing it to the limit. We finally have a full grid of cars. We have 20 cars here tonight at Kyalami, and also just want to mention to all the fans and racers out there, we have sadly lost another legend of our motorsport world. We sadly lost Sabine Schmidt today, absolute legend in motorsport, a real an idol to all female drivers and diversity. The Queen of the Ring has sadly passed this year, and it's such a shame to hear that, isn't it, Benjy?
Yeah, it was really sad when I woke up this morning and switched on my phone and saw on Twitter that she'd passed away. I had no idea, to be honest, that she had cancer to begin with. I'm not sure if she kept it quiet, to be honest. But I always remember watching that Top Gear when she was overtaking all these like really fast cars and like a van. I don't know.
The transit van, yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. And she was on Top Gear quite a bit, wasn't she? And she was always so entertaining on it.
Well, Jeremy Clarkson gave himself the challenge of trying to beat a lap time around the Nordschleife in less than 10 minutes, and she reckons she could have done that in a van, so she had to go in a transit van. She sadly didn't quite do it.
I remember now.
Yeah, she didn't quite do it, but other than that, she was a massive idol, a massive legend in motorsport racing, especially in GTs, and she was the only woman ever to win the 24 hours of the Nordschleife, so it's such a shame that we have lost her. So in regards to the memory of her, we will be representing for the GT3, where they'll be racing at Nürburgring on Sunday, and it will be dedicated to Sabine and all the achievements she has done. But may she be racing in peace as we speak right now. She can join the legends of Senna, Murray Walker and the rest of them, but for tonight, we're here at Kyalami, and already people are dropping in some lap times. Freeman at the minute is the fastest man out on circuit, and we've also got a newcomer. He's a new driver in, and he normally races in the Clios. We have got Moto Morgan here tonight, and it should be interesting to see how Morgan would get on tonight for sure in that bright pink McLaren. And he wanted me just to remind everyone why he's in pink, and it's because of the Pink Panther Racing team, and his teammates should be the only G. Is his car pink? Oh, he's got a little bit of pink instead of that horrible looking Bumblebee car.
I'm just going to try and find G's colour. Where is he? Oh yes, yeah, he's sporting the pink look as well. He's got quite a lot of pink on there on my thing, but
yeah, he's got a lot of pink on mine.
Yeah, so definitely representing Pink Panther in a big way tonight, both of them. Be interested to see how Motoring Morgan does. I wonder if Kurt Hodgson might be in the chat at some point, just monitoring their progress and seeing if his teammates are doing well enough for him.
Yeah, so yep. Pink Panther in numbers with G and Morgan, so we'll see how they get on and see how Morgan gets on in this really tight, compact GT4 championship. It's going to be a close season for sure, and it's going to be anyone's game, but Freeman's still the fastest man at the minute. We're currently watching Emo Guy, who's in second place, and I've been hearing that he's been doing a lot of practice, getting a little bit of time in these GT4s, and looks like the practice is paying off. He's only 4/10 off Freeman.
Yeah, this last weekend we had a one-off event with a GT3 race and a GT4 race. It was JR Sim Racing's sort of like choice of event as being a Patreon. And Ian had 2 really strong races. I was extremely impressed. Some of the sort of tier 1 races he's been struggling a little bit this season in the super season, but at the weekend he was absolutely rapid. He was on it, and he's obviously been putting in a lot of practice. I know he plays Project Cars 2 a lot, and maybe he's moving over to ACC more and more and putting in more of the practice in ACC now, and it's definitely showing results for him.
Yeah, definitely, and we just got to remind everyone of what happened out last at Imola. Just as we say that, the only G goes and puts it on pole, but this man we're looking at right now, Mark Rave, was looking good to take the race win at Imola, but sadly due to, I believe we had a penalty, didn't he? He had a drive-through, if I remember rightly, so...
Yeah, it would have been due to track limits. Imola's one of those tracks where it's very easy to abuse the track limits, and you only need 4 strikes, and then that's it. You get a drive through, and that completely ruined his race. But up until that point, he had the whole race completely under his control. He was leading from pole position and was leading the whole way, wasn't he? And it was only like the last 10 minutes that he had the drive through. So it was such a shame for him. But I'm sure he'll be really willing tonight to hopefully prove a point and show that and put his pace to practice and basically try and get a win, I suppose.
Yeah, but it was this man last out at Imola, Javier, taking the race win, and at the minute he's currently in 18th place trying to set a lap time while these guys are in their qualifying session. I will quickly run through the standings. So like I said, Javier taking a race win with HRUSA, we're not sure how to pronounce it, so we're going to stick with that, in 2nd place. We also had Mark Raven 3rd, obviously after his penalty and losing loads of places to the top 2. 4th place we have Freeman, 5th place we had Red Bull Energy, 6th we had COD. I can't quite read the standings because they're quite small. 7th we had J-Palm, 8th we had Amazing Pie Boy, 9th we had GTSR, 10th we had the Only G, 11th we had Thomas, 12th we had GR 13th we had Road Racing's Life. Then we had 14th was AA Ratchet Ass, 15th was Dazzer's Trap, 16th was Nilsson, 17th was Emo Guy, Kenny was 18th, 19th was Normac, and Motoring Morgan, after not starting the first race, was in 20th. So that's how the standings look for the minute, and at the minute it looks like Javier is back on pace once again, and he's up in 4th place at the minute. But Benji, you've done a couple of laps here at this Kyalami circuit. Where would you rank it in the in your books of the circuits? Would you say it's quite a difficult circuit, or fairly easy, tight, twisty? It looks tight and twisty.
It's got a really big combination of different corners. There's a lot of fast sweeping corners. There are also a few sort of slower corners. There's sort of the first main corner of the lap called Crowthorne. That's a good overtaking opportunity. There's also later on the lap a really tricky sort of corner to get right called Learcup, and it's basically you've got a blind braking point, so you can't even see the apex corner when you start braking, and that's an extremely tricky corner. But it's very wide, and some of the other corners like the Crocodiles corner later on in the lap, there's several different lines that you can take, so it'll be interesting to see what lines people take, and particularly if you're following another car, you might find the car behind will follow a different line to try and get a slingshot into the next corner perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm just looking, scrolling through here the comments right now, and JR Sim Racing just goes and announces that Emo Guy is now part of Team Run DJC and is getting faster each week. So looks like Emo Guy has been promoted into a new team with Road Racing. So looks like there's a good luck from them, from JR, and we'll see how he's getting on. Emo Guy each week seems to be getting quicker and quicker, and at the minute he's only 4/10 off at the minute.
Oh, he seems to be flourishing under the tuition of Run DJC. I believe he used to be Ian in Pink Panther Racing, but he was cruelly demoted in the Super Season. I think once G gained promotion into Tier 1. So he'll be wanting to put one on G and Motoring Morgan and put one over the Pink Panther boys for sure. Yeah, for sure. And another comment here from Chris Bissek saying Rompu has joined our team as well, and we are looking forward to strengthening the field and the championship campaign in Porsche Super Cup. And welcome to the run. DJC Rompu, look
look out for that liveries, guys. So Rompu as well joining the team. So looks like Chris Pistek and JR got their hands full with a bunch of new drivers, and ACC seems to be growing in strength at the minute. And with this GT4 class, I'm sure we will have more and more talent coming through for sure.
Yeah, Runday DJC seems to be gaining members very fast.
Left, right, and centre.
Team Pro Lap soon, won't they?
Oh, yeah. The Team Pro Laps have had so many members, they've had to make a new team called Team Pro Lap C. So Pro Lassie. So they've run out of space in Team Pro Laps. They've had to extend. But sadly, no Team Pro Laps drivers here tonight. But I'm pretty sure Nicky at some point will probably pop his head in and say hello, as he always does. But Benjy, let's just comment on how close this pack is.
It is. I was just about to say that. It was like basically a moment ago. It was. I'm not sure if someone's. Javier's just put in an amazing lap, hasn't he? But a moment ago, before Javier Rands put in that lap, I was looking from first to 10th. There was less than 6 tenths between first to 10th. But then Javier Rands has just come out, put an absolutely blistering lap in. So yeah, wow. Half a second quicker than only G.
Yeah, G's X in the final corner, as we can see, and a McLaren just coming back on track. That was all over the shot. Number 77, I think that is. I can't even pronounce that name. What was that? Slade.
Let's just call him Slade. Slade.
We'll go with that. The problem is I'm dyslexic, so me reading these names, I do apologise to any of the drivers, but. You do pick some odd names, I gotta say, but we'll call him Slade. Slade's easiest, but he looks like he was off circuit. But G didn't get anywhere near Javier's time. But G said this would suit the Corvette a little bit better. Not many power straights, and would definitely suit the Camaro. I mean, not Corvette. Why did I say Corvette? Because it looks nothing like a Corvette.
He may be trying to take advantage of the slipstream from the Audi in front of him at the moment, perhaps in the straights, and try and counteract the lack of straight line speed that he's got in that Chevy as well. I don't know if he's quite quick enough, quite close enough even to the Audi, but he might be trying to use that on the straights. Yeah,
possibly. He's in that perfect zone, isn't it? He's in that perfect zone where it's not hindering too much, but he's still. He goes very wide. Yeah, he's gone very wide. We were just watching COD.
That'll be the end of his lap. Looking at the weather coming up in a couple of minutes, it's going to start raining. Obviously, that's going to be after the qualifying, but the qualifying is at 9 AM and then the race is the same day, 10 AM. So this rain could continue, and when we start the race, it might be wet at the very start. So that'll be interesting to see. The track's currently green as well, so it doesn't have a lot of grip. So it wouldn't be surprised if it becomes is damp or greasy by the time we get to the start of the race.
Yeah, it could be an interesting night of racing, so make sure you don't go anywhere. And also to the I think there's 18 people who are currently watching, please hit that like button. We've only got 10 likes in a minute, so please guys hit that like button. Also subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when we are live, and make sure you get involved. Also have a look at some of our other streams as well. Have a look at our Clios that we ran last night. We also run the Porsche Cup on the Monday. We'll have a little break tomorrow night, but we will be back on Friday night with the Formula 1, where we're heading to Red Bull Ring. Then we will be running the GT3 Project Cars Championship, followed by the Formula Renaults, and then Sunday we round things off with the GT3 Super Season, which I believe, Dr. Benjy, you'll be racing there on Sunday?
I certainly will. I will be there in Tier 1, and I'll try and do as best I can. I haven't been able to practice as much recently, so I'm not expecting to be very quick. And Nürburgring is not one of my best circuits. I'm not great there, but I will do my best and see if I can try and hang on to the coattails of some of the quick boys like Kurt and JR and Manchulis and SimRaceTrain and Osa Style and all them. It's bound to be a good race, I'm sure. Looking at the qualifying, Red Bull Energy's pulled out a good lap towards the end there, and he's put himself in second, which is impressive. At one point, I could see he was quite far down, so he's gained a lot of time right towards the end of the qualifying session.
I think he's on one more lap, so it looks like Red Bull could have that one more opportunity to try and get near the front. But yeah, and I just go back to the as we just suddenly get a load of rain. That's ruined his lap probably. So. Just as I was finishing off the rest of the week, we have got the touring cars on the Sunday night as well, so don't miss out on the touring cars, where they will be doing the British Touring Car Championship. But that's the end of qualifying. Javier carries on from where he left off. Yeah, but Javier carries on where he left off. He takes the pole position, Red Bull Energy in second, and Neoni G in third. But he just says he's got a little bit of lag, so hopefully he'll be able to sort that out and get back into the race.